Welcome to this session at the Internet Commerce Summit. I'm Manohar Durai, CEO of Synetric and founder of Universal Commerce, which is a platform that we're launching at the conference today. I will walk through a brief presentation on the platform, and then my colleague, Brett Ison, the Chief Revenue Officer, will walk through a brief pitch, and then we'll give you a demo of the platform, and that'll be done by Arul Money. So allow me to quickly start the presentation. Universal Commerce originated from decades of experience working with brands globally across business to consumer, business to business, direct to consumer, through dealer fulfillment, marketplaces, and so on. We're seeing e-commerce evolve into more of an ecosystem play with multiple solution providers in the space providing parts of the solution that you compose a commerce solution with. So there are various components like your content, of course, their shopping cart, transactions engine, promotions, payments, shipping, auto management, and fulfillment. And there's so many components to commerce, and there's a plethora of solutions across each category of solutions. And you really need the ability to compose your commerce application with the best of breed. What we're seeing is a move away from monolithic platforms that provide some of these capabilities, but not all of them. So you're faced with the challenge of integrating a monolithic platform with more best of breed, and it's not the best suited architecture. After working with several brands globally, we've identified the top 5 considerations for digital commerce deployments in the enterprise, right? So we worked across brands in retail, distribution, manufacturing, telecom, healthcare, pharma, and education. And all of them are concerned about what is the platform that they need to invest in for the future and ensure that their investments are protected. So there are 5 considerations that we've identified. The platform should provide the ability to support multiple business models across business to consumer, direct to consumer, business to business, omni-channel, and marketplaces. So you want the platform to be flexible, to be able to adapt to different models as your business evolves. And the ability to compose your digital experience and also the ecosystem application seamlessly and on cloud. And that's the ask of the customer, right? And the ability to access multiple customer channels across web, mobile, kiosk, social media, voice, chatbot, point of sale, TV, OTT, IoT devices, etc. So the platform should be flexible to be able to support multiple channels. And also the ability to build extensions or add packaged business capabilities without tying these capabilities to the underlying platforms. So almost to be able to build these independently. And also the ability to migrate to the leading commerce platform of choice at speed with little risk. So these are some of the concerns and also the considerations when selecting the platform. What we're seeing is a shift away from the monolithic architecture, which constrains you from being able to adapt to new changes and new technologies, and the move to a more composable architecture, and partly led by the adoption of cloud and map-based architectures, which is really microservices, API-based, cloud-native, and headless architectures have paved the way for new platforms which are agile. And we're also seeing that companies are building the custom functionality on top of these headless platforms, innovating on them. So the platform that that customers need, that is future-proof, needs to be able to support such extensions to the platform and innovations. So that's really the ask. And with the scale of migration and transformation, there needs to be the ability to have pre-composed solutions. Also, the platform should support that to be able to adopt to these business models pretty quickly, right? Rather than building from scratch. And that's exactly what Universal Commerce offers, right? We've built the platform to be able to address all of these concerns of customers. And we've taken a composable approach, and Gartner predicts by 2023, companies who have adopted a composable commerce architecture will outperform competition by 80% in the ability to add new features and capabilities and accelerate the pace of innovation. So what we are offering is a platform that will reduce your setup costs by 75% and reduce implementation time by 50% with no vendor lock-in. So that was the premise which we built the platform. So Universal Commerce mitigates all the concerns of customers investing in digital commerce. It's an open, composable commerce platform with universal APIs and integration framework to bring the best-of-breed, enterprise-grade digital commerce software while enabling true choice of software vendors, cloud hosting environments, and powering brand-specific customer experiences. Thank you.
Thanks, Menno. I'm Brett Ison, the Chief Revenue Officer for Universal Commerce. So I'm just going to add a little bit more commentary around what Menno said. I want to start with the future of applications. And this is a Gartner paper that was released at the end of 2020, and we're really starting to see these predictions play out in the market. So it's this whole idea of composable commerce. And by 2023, Gartner is saying 60% of mainstream organizations will list composable business as a strategic objective. And by 2023, 60% of organizations will seek composability and new application investments. And by doing this, they'll be able to outpace the competition by 80% in terms of new feature implementation and adding new capabilities. What we've done in the marketplace is prepare for this by meeting a gap and creating Universal Commerce, which is an open, composable commerce platform with universal APIs, a headless architecture, and an integration framework to bring together best-of-breed enterprise-grade or open-source digital commerce software. You pick what you need when you need it from the best available solutions in the market. Now, a lot's changed in the last 18 months with COVID from a consumer perspective. And this is drawing from a couple of surveys that we've done, that we've seen in the marketplace. 56% of consumers have tried a new retailer during the pandemic. And consumers are getting very familiar with curbside pickup and grocery delivery and change going forward. And there's a very slim chance of that. And retailers definitely have to make the change and prepare. So this is a very quick overview of Universal Commerce. At the very top, you've got all the touch points in terms of consumers and reaching out to consumers. And we work those through a universal API gateway. And then at the bottom, you've got capabilities that are connected via UC by ingesting the APIs. On the left-hand side, you've got this whole concept of pre-composed solutions. And this is what we'll be showing you today as a first demonstration, but we aim to produce and bring out probably 15, 20 of these pre-composed solutions in the coming months. So this is the UCS suite, direct-to-consumer, dealer fulfillment, pre-composed solution. The goal here is to really eliminate the complexity when it comes to brands being able to launch a dealer integrated direct-to-consumer channel. We pre-compose core commerce functionality, a CMS, and a payment gateway that can get you live in weeks and not months. The great thing about this is it's a low-code platform, services-based architecture. So it's easy and fast to optimize on demand as customer needs and competitive pressures change. In fact, we can swap out a third-party solution within 30 minutes, as an example. So this solution offers speed to market, ease of optimization, and you can drive more digital revenue and eliminate channel conflicts. Now, for those of you who are familiar with Hobie Cat, if you're a stand-up paddleboarder, a kayaker, or a sailor, we engaged this brand 18 months ago. They had a desire to accelerate into direct-to-consumer, to basically build a new channel. We designed and implement this solution within 4 months, leading up to the holiday season of 2020. And the great thing about this is that in the future, Hobie will be able to add additional capabilities very quickly. So they'll be able to add more complexity around dealing with their dealers when it comes to fulfillment, and also expand internationally by adding Digital River. And that's really the beauty of universal commerce. With that, I'm going to hand over to Arul to go through the demo. Thanks very much, Arul.
Thanks, Brett and Mano, for that introduction to Universal Commerce. And we're so excited to be able to present Universal Commerce to you all today. We have a demonstration of a pre-composed solution that we have developed on the Universal Commerce platform. And that really brings together the best-of-breed components that will accelerate time to value through pre-integration and pre-composition for specific use cases. This demonstration is for a direct-to-consumer commerce with dealers involved use case, because we realized, having worked with a lot of brands that have extensive dealer networks, that they really do want to go direct-to-consumer, but they also risk alienating their dealer partners and networks, which they have set up over many, many years. So with our solution, we want to help those brands bring the dealers to be a part of that process, bring them into it, be part of the fulfillment process so that they are also involved in the process. Plus, the brands are still able to deliver an innovative and excellent customer experience to their end users itself. So we've created this demonstration. This is a storefront, as you can see, which comes part of the solution. And the storefront is customizable to any brand specific needs. We can adapt it for that. And this is integrated through a Universal Commerce platform to e-commerce engines. It's integrated to content management systems, to search engines, and to payment systems to power an end-to-end user experience. So we've got a customer who's on the storefront, and he wants to buy some clothes. He's come onto this site and he's going to buy some clothes. And search is such a key capability for successful e-commerce, because customers don't want to have to browse through large catalogs. They want to be able to put in a brand name or a type of product and have that show up immediately. They want to be able to search by their favorite color, whether that's green or gray, and have those kind of products show up immediately. Or they want to be able to shop by the exact products that they're looking for, filter that down by the price range they're focused on, and then find the products that are best suited for their budget and add those to the cart as well. So our customer just now, he's done all of those things and he's got the products that he wants to purchase. So he's going to go ahead and check out. He fills in all of his information. And right here, as you can see, we talked about how we involve dealers in the entire process, and this is how we do it, because we have options for that order to be fulfilled by either shipping from a dealer or having it picked up from a dealer. So this customer decides to pick up. Unfortunately, one of the items in his order is out of stock, and none of the dealers near him carry that particular item, so they can't fulfill it. So he can go back to his cart and he can remove the item that is out of stock. And once he does that, if he goes back to do his checkout, now he can do a pickup from dealer, show him all the dealers nearby that have those two items in stock. So he selects one of the dealers that are closest to him, and then he can go ahead and make his payment. The payment is processed through integration to the Stripe payment gateway. However, we also have integration to Razorpay. We have integration to CC Avenue and a range of other payment gateways as well, such as PayPal and CyberSource. So once the payment is confirmation page, and the customer can see this order in their order history as well, and that's going to show up in the e-commerce systems backend as well, so that you can keep track of what the status of the order is. Now, this order has been placed. You've seen the entire flow from the user perspective. Now, the order has been transferred to the dealer. Now, the dealer needs to fulfill it. How do they do that? And for that, we've created a dealer dashboard through which dealers can actually fulfill the orders that come into them. So this is the dealer dashboard that we provide as part of our universal commerce solution. And through this dashboard, dealers can see all of the orders that are pending for them, pickup orders, shipping orders. They can see the products of that brand that they carry, as well as the sales that they've generated in that day for that brand products. So the store rep at that store can see that there's one order pending pickup, and he can drill into that. You can see that these are the items that are part of that order. So he can go ahead and pack those up. And once it's ready, he can say, update that status to ready for pickup. So when the customer checks their order history, they can now see that that order is ready for pickup as well. So the customer can then print out the QR code that's part of the order, and they can carry that in. We also have a mobile app solution through which the customer can actually carry that in their mobile app. And they can show that to the store rep, who can then scan that QR code, which brings up all the details of that particular order. So they can validate that this is the correct order. Once they are sure, they can hand it over to the customer, and they can update the status of the order, which is again going to reflect in the customer's order history and in the back end of the e-commerce as well. Now, of course, the power of this portal is not just that you can help the dealers fulfill orders, but also help them be able to manage the products that they carry of that brand. They can upload catalogs to update product information, add new products, increase or change pricing and inventory, or they can even go into specific products and update inventory figures based on things like breakages and the like, which may cause the inventory information to fluctuate. So it's a really powerful solution with all of these components, and it's powered by our universal commerce framework, which brings all of these components, as you can see, e-commerce engines, content management systems, tax and compliance solutions, and so on and so forth. So for example, if this customer, which is this brand site that is being powered by a particular CMS called Strappy, if they were to want to change after a year or two to a different content management system, doing so is as easy as clicking a button. And so once they moved all their assets across to a different content management system like Contentful, they've updated all of that. They don't have to go through a lot of reintegration and updates. They can just, because of the pre-integration available in Universal Commerce, that switch has happened. And now when the customers come onto the site, they're going to see all the information and the page content that is being powered from what has been created in the Contentful site as well. So our universal commerce really helps brands be able to create powerful experiences for their customers while also involving dealers. It provides immense value to customers and dealers alike. And because of the robust and vast number of integrations that we already have and we are adding on a day-to-day basis, we are able to make sure you are future-proof so that you're not just setting up solution that is going to make you successful today, but it's going to make you successful years and decades in the future. We are happy to answer more questions. We hope you'll come by our booth where we can talk to you in more detail about your particular requirements, and we can also show you more information about a universal commerce platform, which we can also talk to you about on a call after the event as well. Thank you so much, and thank you. Good day.